Bitcoin futures may be booming, but our next guest says that it is a scam.
Fraudsters are buying and selling millions of dollars in illegal digital assets.
With digital assets becoming an expanding part of the global economy, it's becoming more important to be aware of ways people are being victimized in the marketplace.
The Federal Trade Commission is warning about a new scam involving cryptocurrency.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking. I know you saw the video above, and that's kind of a testament to what it was like in 2017. What it was like in most of 2018, where it didn't look promising for crypto, right? We saw revolutionary technology and the big banks and the whales of the world and the big money people were telling us it was a scam. They were telling us, no, this will never be around. They were telling us, oh, crypto, it's a fad, it's nothing. And they tried to kill it. They tried to destroy an opportunity of a lifetime. And it wasn't because of anything other than just not being educated, not, speaking on something you knew nothing about. And, you had parents telling their kids not to get in Bitcoin when it was $100. You had financial advisors telling clients who had opportunities to make hundreds upon hundreds, if not millions of dollars, with the opportunity to invest in this new technology. And they tried to kill it, and it didn't work. To the point where now these same institutions, these same, big money people are now adopting the tech. And they're not saying, oh yeah, they're not telling us to go directly like we can. They're telling, oh, come to us. And that's what's happening. Banks tried to kill crypto and failed. Now they're embracing it slowly because they see it's not going anywhere. So looking at this article here, in 2014, as regulators in New York were exploring ways to control Bitcoin, executives on Wall Street and biggest banks fretted that regulating cryptocurrencies would also legitimize them. So it will kind of shut them up. If we make legislation for crypto, we're saying that this is actually this is legitimate. We're saying that this, we're giving this attention that it shouldn't deserve. Why would we give attention to a scam, right? So it could threaten the finance industry, and that's it. Because if you threaten the finance industry, do you realize that is one of the largest industry in the world, the finance industry, the largest industry. So now banks, instead of us going to the bank, we can go directly to our friend and transact limitless, borderless, peer-to-peer with no limitations. That is the biggest threat to banks, aka the government, because now you get sovereignty. That's why we Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's not just, a noun, it's a verb, because we take back control of our finances. We don't need you to hold our money anymore. Then tell us that, oh, we can only take this amount. Oh, if I want to send it over here, I need to ask permission to send it over here. I need to tell you why I'm sending my money over here. You don't have to do that anymore. And that's a disruption. That's getting control back. And if you take your money back, you're taking your control back. And that is what they do not like. Looking at this article here, the World Economic Forum in Davos that year, Jimmy Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, the nation's largest bank, called Bitcoin a terrible store of value that was being used for illicit purposes. And the meeting discussed violations of Iran sanctions. They were worried about Bitcoin and its use. But people use cash for illicit purposes. People use cash, US dollars. People use cash for illicit purposes, and it's okay. It's okay because you have to go back to the bank with the cash eventually, right? In most cases, you got to go back to the bank. With crypto, you never have to go back to the bank. That's what scares them. And it's funny because later, JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, they started getting involved. That's crazy. So now the banking industry is racing to catch up. banks want to compete in this new world and profit from it. Their approach is two-pronged, experimenting with cryptocurrency and offerings and lobbying regulators to create rules that work in the bank's favor. They're not worried about the people. They want to make sure, how can we keep this system running? How can we keep this legacy system running? And instead of warning regulators away from cryptocurrency, bank industry reps now complain that regulators have not acted quickly enough, that their inaction is costing the banks valuable time in their mission to compete. But their initial skepticism is what cost them. An alternative financial world is springing up around the traditional banking industry. Cryptocurrency startups are beginning to offer credit card loans. People and businesses around the world are embracing digital currencies at a rapid pace. Even governments are getting involved. El Salvador recently said it will accept Bitcoin as legal tender. Our entire country is adopting it. The traditional banking system held sway for centuries. Banks have long helped governments control the flow of money. And what we're seeing now is that you can't control it. And they hate it. They hate it. When Congress relaxed regulations in 1990 to let commercial banks enter the fray of Wall Street, their power increased as well. So with cryptocurrencies, it's letting individuals to bypass banks and money transfers, sales, business collections by connecting people instantly without an intermediary, threatening to take away the central role the banks have. It's taking that away. And once you understand this, once you understand how this is disrupting everything we know, this is what cryptocurrency will be the biggest and will provide the biggest transfer of wealth we have ever seen. And we talk about every day, the fear in the market and the opportunity and what's going on and how to take these dips as an opportunity to take better positions, is because we want you to create wealth through crypto assets that the centralized legacy systems are not going to give you. They want control, and by the time they're realizing that without them adopting and adapting to cryptocurrencies, they're going to be left behind. It's a money play. They don't want you to be wealthy. They don't want you to get your control, because once you get your control, then you start being able to make your own decisions and not have to pay fees unnecessarily, not have to, give information on why you're sending, money to your grandparents that live overseas. You're getting back your control, and that's why we Bitcoin. That's why we started this channel, because we want you to have financial freedom through crypto assets. Please dive in to the research of the legacy system and where we're at with crypto now. And please, please, please do not miss this opportunity of a lifetime for you to achieve financial freedom. We'll see you in the next video.